Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning into the Van D podcast. I've got a discussion with you today about something that I think is very important, and I've spent a lot of my entire life doing, and that's laughing. I know it may sound like it's not really a topic or that we can have dialogue over, but I want to tell you something. What I'm about to share with you about the importance of laughter, I even wrote a newsletter on it. Some of you may have read it, but I'm pretty confident we could all use more laughter in our lives today. And that's me also. I need it every day. Being able to see the funny side of life makes things a lot easier for us to deal with during tough times and during any time. So as most of you know by reading my material, maybe watching my videos or newsletters, I am a big fan of Joel Osteen. So Joel is a spiritual guy. He's a minister at Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas. I was very fortunate enough with my girlfriend last year to go attend one of his services, and I had it arranged where I could meet Joel Osteen and visit with him, and it felt really good to tell him how he has impacted my thinking. And some of the things that I'm going to share with you today are what Joel believes about laughter, and some of the things that he shared with me and that I've learned from his sermons and his sessions that he does on his website. And I'm incorporating a lot of my own thoughts too. So we both believe that if you want to live a long and healthy life, learning to laugh is a great place to start. Many people are unaware of the remarkable things that just a simple laugh can do for our health. So let me go a step farther. Scientists tell us that laughter, humor, and joy improve our physical health. Laughing lowers our blood pressure, reduces stress hormones, and increases muscle flexion. So even more, it increases the circulation of antibodies in the bloodstream and makes us more resistant to infection. Listen to that. Laughter makes us more resistant to infection. Research has shown that laughter has an anti-inflammatory effect that protects blood vessels and heart muscles from the damaging effects of cardiovascular disease. So can you guys believe this, that this is scientists that have proven these benefits from laughter? Now, in the words of Joel Osteen, he says a lot of the sickness in our world is simply because we don't have the joy that we should. When we live uptight and on edge, it causes headaches, digestive problems, lack of energy. We don't sleep well. Much of this would go away if we would just learn how to deal with the stress properly. One of the greatest stress relievers God has given us is laughter. So we look at this, ladies and gentlemen, like medicine. Laughter is like taking medicine. It not only makes you feel better, but it actually releases healing throughout your system. This is scientific stuff, I'm telling you. When we laugh, it restores and rejuvenates what the pressures of life have taken out. Laughter helps us to transcend ourselves, and I need that help. Too often, I take myself far too seriously. And I don't like that when I do. I don't like taking myself too seriously. Knowing this, I take advantage of every opportunity I can to make fun of myself. Just to give you an example, when I was honored as the University of Nebraska Omaha's Man of the Year, pretty big honor for me. I knew I would be up there on the podium with, politicians, dignitaries, and chancellor of the university, and I would be giving an acceptance speech. I purposely designed my acceptance speech to make everyone laugh at everything I said. I mean everything. I designed my speech to be humorous so I could make everybody laugh. I told the audience, and I'm telling you, these guys were rolling. The people in the audience were rolling. I told the audience I was such a bad football player that they didn't issue me a helmet until my third year because they knew I would never get to play. I'm making fun of myself, and I made them laugh. Unfortunately, that's kind of true. I said they would put the cheerleaders in the game before they would consider me, and so on. The audience was rolling with laughter the entire time I was speaking, and that was my goal. I enjoy making fun of myself. Why? Because it makes people laugh, and then it makes me laugh too. So I've got a suggestion for you. Don't be afraid to make fun of yourself. But I've got a suggestion. The next time you're in the middle of an argument, just try this. Just do it for me. The next time you're in the middle of an argument, start laughing. Not in a derogatory tone, but in a jovial sense of being in on a good joke. Then see if the anger begins to melt away and if you can find a more creative way to handle things. I've done this. I would not tell you to try this if I haven't done it myself, and it actually works. You know what else? When I think about doing it, but I don't follow through, I know that I have lost my perspective. Laughter can be an important tool for keeping our troubles in proportion, for realizing that things aren't always as bad as they seem. But even when things really are as bad, ladies and gentlemen, as we think they are, laughter creates positive emotions and helps us find a frame of mind in which we can more easily cope with all these struggles we have of life. This is all factual, by the way. Laughter eases tension and sharpens our ability to concentrate. If you and I are able to laugh together about my mistakes as well as yours, it suggests we are all flawed and imperfect. Embracing good-natured humor, we find the humility to see the foolishness of trying to be perfect and the gift of enjoying smiles, laughter, and love. So every time I come in Parkville Media to do a podcast, I look at Pat, one of the owners, and Jill, the other owner, and we always do something to make each other laugh. I have yet to come in here in over a year where we don't start out laughing before I get in the studio. Do you think that that's just for the heck of it? No, it's by design. I want to laugh with these two before I get started doing my podcast. It changes my mindset. Laughter is that important. Of course, Pat and Jill, all they do is laugh at me for any reason, which, can kind of give me a complex, which is why I have to go to therapy after every podcast. It's all because of Pat and Jill. Social interaction is a highly important aspect of our lives. However, for some people, engaging socially is not the easiest of tasks. Not everybody's good at a party where you got to meet strangers. The good news is that it doesn't have to be hard. In fact, breaking the ice with new people can be as simple as finding something to share a laugh over. A simple joke or a comment about something funny is all it takes. You would likely be surprised by how well this works. And you've probably done it and don't even know it. I have done this not only with new friends, but also in my conversations with real estate clients and people who hire me to speak. I want them to know I'm real. I want to break the ice. Laughter is contagious, and it doesn't take much to spread it to others. Laughing will also attract the right type of people into your life. The vibes we send out will attract people with the same types of vibes. Therefore, the happier we are, the more likely we are to pull happy and positive people into our lives. And you've heard me talk about that we're the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Wouldn't it be cool to have the 5 people in our sphere that make you laugh? Life can become very stressful at times. Exposure to stress over long periods of time can begin to have negative impacts on your mental and physical health. On top of that, it's just anything but pleasant. If you are currently stressed out, the cure may be as simple as finding some humor in your day. Like me, if I'm stressed, I just go look in the mirror and I get a pretty good laugh. Okay, that's not true. If you find it hard to find humor in your day, this is really true. A simple search on the internet will eliminate any of your doubts. Look up laughter on the internet and see all of the posts and all of the categories about how important laughter is. Depression. We all know depression is no laughing matter. However, believe it or not, laughter can prevent depression from occurring. When we laugh, we release endorphins into our bloodstream that make us feel good physically as well as mentally. On top of that, humor always promotes a positive mindset. Our mindset plays a key role in helping us live a happy and successful life. So give it a shot. If we see things in a negative light, negativity will be drawn into our lives. On the other hand, if we see the world in a positive light, positive things will happen. It's really hard to think negatively. No, you don't have to edit that, Pat. People can know that I can't speak. Let me start over. It's hard to think negatively. I still said it wrong, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm doing.
You want me to help you? Negatively?
Okay. Now say it again.
Negatively?
Thank you, Pat.
You got it, buddy.
Negatively.
There you go.
How'd I do?
Very good.
It's hard to think negatively when you're laughing. I'm sure you've had a day where you thought nothing could go worse, and then suddenly someone or something made you laugh and turned your entire day around. I can't tell you how many times it's happened to me. That's the beautiful thing about laughter. It has the power not only to change a day, but it can change your entire life if you don't take yourself so seriously. There's no need to be serious all the time. You know that old saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? There is more truth to this saying than many people realize. So, we only get one life. So it's important to make it the best we can. The more we laugh, the more enjoyable life will become. Best of all, when we are able to enjoy life, everything else seems to fall in place. So laughter can basically be the piece you need to make the jigsaw puzzle of life come together. I want to tell you something. One of my greatest joys in my entire life is making my mother laugh. I'm the youngest of 5. I got away with everything. And even my siblings would be disappointed in my mom because she did not scold me or discipline me like she should have. I remember times where they were trying to discipline me, and my mother would have to turn her head because if she looked at me and saw the face I was making, she'd start laughing. And I can't tell you, even today, God rest her soul, she passed a couple years ago, but even today I can see her turning her head so she can't see me, so she doesn't break out laughing. My joy was making my mother laugh, and my favorite thing in the world was to see her with her smile and her laughter. As you can see, like I just said to you, what was important to me, laughter does some very important things in our lives. If you want to enjoy these benefits, all you have to do is laugh. It doesn't even necessarily have to be genuine laughter. Sooner or later, even a fake laugh turns into a real one. If you knew how many times I fake laughed, because especially people like Pat that tell you jokes that aren't funny, it can actually turn into a real laugh because you're laughing at your fake laugh. If you currently experiencing some doubts on how powerful laughing can be, take this into consideration. The benefits of laughing are so amazing, a form of therapy has been developed that revolves around laughter. It's known as laughter therapy. That blows me away. Look it up on the internet and see what you can find out about that. Now I want to, before I close about my topic today on laughter, I want to read you a little more about something that Joel Osteen says. So we quote Proverbs 17:22. Proverbs 17:22 puts it like this: a happy heart is like a good medicine, and a cheerful mind works healing. Notice, we're good-natured and full of joy. Taking time to laugh, taking time to play, it's like taking a good medicine. Think of it that way. That's what helps us to stay healthy. In fact, the medical science, like I said before, this is facts, tells us that people that laugh, it boosts their immune system. It reduces our blood pressure. Did you know, and this is another fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not just throwing this out there, people that laugh regularly are 40% less likely to have a heart attack than people that don't laugh regularly. That's a fact. That is a fact. Be around people that make you laugh. Laughter triggers the right side of the brain, which helps us release creativity. And maybe that's why I've been creative my whole life, is because I love laughter. Creativity helps to make better decisions. Laughter activates the body's natural, listen to this, natural tranquilizers that not only help us to calm down, but believe it or not, it helps us sleep better. So my message to you all today, which I'm so grateful that you're listening, laughter is a mindset that we all can incorporate in our lives. And you know what? If you're not around people that make you laugh or make you smile, be around people that do. Man, when I made that decision in my life, and trust me, I'm not saying to avoid people with challenges and going through life stuff that you need to be there as a good friend. That's different. But people that make you feel good and people that are laughing, and even if their lives aren't great, they still have a good mindset. Be with them more than the other people. Laughter is a mindset that we all can incorporate in our lives. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's free. You don't have to go buy an app. You don't have to spend any money at all. It's free. And best of all, everyone around you will benefit. Not just you, your family, your work peers, your boss, your employees. Everybody likes to be around somebody with a smile on their face and cheerful and laughter. So I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope if you feel like you need to be more, less serious, I should say, and laugh a little more, why not give it a shot? And like I said, fake laugh, like I do when I'm around Jill and Pat. it does work. Anyway, you all, thank you for so much for listening in. It means a ton to me. I'd love it if you rated this and reviewed it, and definitely subscribe. And I'm going to ask you to please share this with anybody you know that could use a little boost. That would make me feel so good if somebody else was benefiting from this message. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you'll keep listening to my podcast. Thank you.
A Parkville Media Production.